Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the podium as we give a warm welcome to the 2004 Chairman of the Board, Mike Lezak.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. At this time, I call to order the annual meeting of the Worcester Area Chamber of Commerce, a chamber that has just completed its 105th year of operation, and a chamber that has the largest membership in the state of Ohio for a population of our size. The chamber would like to express gratitude to the sponsors of tonight's special and sold-out event. Our thanks are extended to D&S Distribution, Springer Retirement Centers, Technographics, Huey's Audio, Visual, and Computer, and CNC Video Productions. Our invocation this evening will be delivered by Reverend Kevin Phipps of the Central Christian Church.
Would you please join with me in a moment of prayer? Good and gracious God of all people, how thankful we are for this opportunity to gather in this place. How thankful we are for this community and the ways it supports us and nurtures us, and how thankful we are for the opportunities that abound in this place. We pray that you will watch over us and keep us, that just as the last 105 years have been years that we have grown and learned, that in the days to come we might grow and learn more. We thank you for those that we will honor this night. We thank you for what has been accomplished in the past, but we so look forward to what is to come. Watch over us and keep us. Help us to know that the future lies in your hands, and that with you we have nothing to fear as we look toward tomorrow. Thank you for all the good and perfect gifts that you give us, but thank you most of all for your presence in our lives and in our world. Amen.
May I have your attention, please? Joining us on stage is Danielle Marie Folks, the 2004 winner of the Worcesterfest Talent Show. Welcome, Danielle. Danielle will be singing "Let There Be Peace on Earth."
There be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as our Father, brothers all are we. Let me walk with my brother in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my solemn vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
As the Chamber begins a new year, we'd like to recognize those board members who have completed their 3-year term of service. Would the following outgoing board members please stand? Jim Barnard, Frito-Lay. Dan Freeman, Freeman Building Systems. John Rose, the Worcester Brush Company. Dr. Steve Slack, OARDC. and Robin Schmucker, Shreve Printing. Please join me in recognition of their service. At this time, allow me to introduce you to our new board members. Joining the board this year are, and please stand as your name is read, Dave Benfield, OARDC. Charles Finn, Wayne Savings Community Bank. Becky Foster, Bueller's Food Markets and Custom Cut-Ups. Brenda Linick, United Way. Terry Riley, the Worcester Brush Company. Fred Troyer, Bob Miller Realty. Deanna Wallencheck, Certified Angus Beef. Please join me in recognizing your new board members. And would the following returning board members please stand? Bill Blinco, Western Reserve Group. Ted Bogner, Bogner Construction. Phil Klaus, Rubbermaid. Bill D. Rhodes, DNS Distribution. Dwight Dowse, Ohio Legacy Bank. Julia Fischelson. Sandra Hall, Main Street, Worcester. Greg Long, Long, Cook and Samsa. Bob Mapes, Ray and Associates. Mike Pilata, Pilata Ford and Lincoln Mercury. Dr. Dana Schmidt, Cleveland Clinic, Worcester. Peggy Schmitz, Critchfield and Johnston. Martha Starkey, Wayne County Convention and Visitors Bureau. Ken Vagnini, Gerstenslagers. Dee Bija, Technographic Systems Incorporated. Robert Walton, the College of Worcester. Could we recognize all of your returning board members at this time?
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present the gavel to the 2005 Chairman of the Worcester Area Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors, Mr. Robert Walton.
What many people don't know is that Ted was the very first person that my wife Nancy, who's seated with me at the front table, and I met in Worcester who was not associated with the College of Worcester. In fact, our very first day, we had lunch with Ted Bogner at the Worcester Inn. In response to my question about how I should frame my remarks to you tonight, Ted thought about it for a minute and said in his own way, "Bob, don't try to be intellectual or funny, just be yourself." Thank you, Ted, for that excellent advice. So I stand here tonight before each of you as the new chairman of the Chamber of Commerce, which in many ways seems odd. Why would it make sense for an officer of a college, which is a not-for-profit organization, an institution not designed to make money, ascend to the top level of an association which promotes business and industry and symbolically represents the best of what we might call the cultural institution of capitalism? Yes, this is a very odd thing in many ways, but not in Worcester. My simple message is that Worcester is a very special place. And I say this not as a person who was born and raised here, or even a person who at a young age stayed and grew up in this community. I say this as a person who lived most of my life growing up in Texas, divided my professional career between two coasts of the U.S., and someone who has spent 20 years traveling throughout the United States on business and even across the oceans to many parts of the world. I see things in Worcester that I frankly believe many of those of you who grew up here and have lived here for many generations take for granted. Like what? So what makes Worcester so special? Why is it that the Waltons want to be in a place like this? Worcester has a great downtown. It's got a wonderful, nationally recognized college and a university, and neighborhoods that are full of warmth, except, of course, for the 5 to 7 days between December 24th and December 30th, when the only word warmth would describe in Worcester was spiritual. So we have great downtown, we've got great communities, we've got great colleges and universities, we've got great businesses. But many other communities have these traits. What makes Worcester special to us is the people. The people in Worcester really do care about each other and have a strong sense of community. In an age where the country floats back and forth between philosophically, politically correct trends, Worcester has maintained a very strong moral compass and continues to have a core passion of something we used to call patriotism. Although our community may be small in size, it is large in heart. It is a place that stands above others when it comes to certain ideals of community reinvestment and charity, something that's particularly unique to this community. A place where people like Stan and Flo Galt, the Weltys, Ralph Jones, our honoree tonight, where the Noble family, community leaders like Jerry Baker, the Siemens, and the Buellers, and many others who are obviously too many to name, share their success, share their wealth, and perhaps most important to me, share their personal time to make this a better community. So tonight I embark with the members of the board on a journey to try and make a small contribution and to pay our fair share to this town that we have such a deep affection for. As we now enter our 6th year as the proud citizens of Worcester, Nancy and I cannot think of a place we would rather be, and we thank all of you for making us feel so welcomed here. So now let's begin our award ceremony for this evening.
David Bayless is the owner of Memories Party and Conference Center along with his wife, Mary Ann. They have worked together for over 24 years, previously owning Fred's Cheese and Deli. David is a Vietnam veteran with the U.S. Army. Currently, Dave is a member of the Small Business Committee and the Wayne County Business Showcase Committee. He has also participated in many other ad hoc committees, including the search process for the new executive director of the Chamber. David has donated his facility for many groups, including the American Red Cross Festival of Trees auction and the Board of Realtors Relay for Life auction. He has a strong commitment to the community, donating to the Field of Dreams softball game, hospice, Goodwill, and many other organizations. Congratulations, David.
Carrie Hurst earned her Bachelor of Science degree in Health Administration and received her Nursing Home Administrator's license in 2000. She came to Worcester in 2002 to join Springer Retirement Centers and is the Assistant Administrator at Smithville Western Commons. Carrie resides in Smithville with her husband Joel and feels it is important to give back to the community you live in. She's a graduate of the 2003 Leadership Worcester program and has volunteered for numerous Chamber events, including the Chamber Golf Invitational. She is the publicity chair for Worcester Fest and also serves on the Chamber Country Classic Committee. Currently on the board of the Worcester Noon Lions Club, Carrie is the editor of their newsletter. She is active with the Wayne Senior Services Coalition and is a committee member for the annual Memory Walk for the Alzheimer's Association. Congratulations, Carrie.
Pat Taby was born in New Jersey and moved to Worcester 16 years ago when her husband took a position at Rubbermaid. She joined Welcome Wagon, became a board member, and was actively involved in Art in the Park. While working at the former Country Tradition, Pat first became acquainted with the Chamber by sponsoring the Chamber's first Scarecrow contest at Worcester Fest. Now working at Sunrise Assisted Living, Pat has rejuvenated the Scarecrow contest and remains one of the original members of the Worcester Fest Committee, also helping with the children's entertainment and the talent show. She is an active committee member on the Wayne County Home and Garden Show, helping in the children's garden and floral building. Through Sunrise, she has become a member of the Alzheimer's Association Annual Memory Walk. Pat believes it is a privilege to be active in the community and become acquainted with so many wonderful people. Congratulations, Pat!
Through a merger of their accounting practices, Long, Cook & Samsa was formed in 2000 by Greg Long, John Cook, and Todd Samsa. Together, they have over 65 years of accounting experience, offering a diverse and comprehensive array of expertise. Their clients include individuals, small to medium-sized businesses, and many non-profit organizations. An exemplary corporate citizen, Long, Cook & Samsa serves on over 15 boards of local organizations. The members of the firm contribute their time to many nonprofit agencies throughout the community. Some of the groups benefiting include Hospice of Wayne County, Wayne County Children's Services, Goodwill Industries, Boys Village, Wayne County Historical Society, Quota International, and United Way, just to name a few. Long, Cook & Samsa Incorporated has been an outstanding contributor to the Worcester Area Chamber of Commerce, with Greg Long participating on the board of directors as treasurer. They are also involved in the Leadership Worcester program and sponsor the Chamber Invitational Golf Outing, Worcesterfest, Chamber Newsletter, and more. Accepting this award is partner Greg Long. The sweet temptation that's a rockin' sensation. That's Scoops. Scoops opened for business in August of 2003 and will send you back in time to an earlier era of soda fountains, ducktails, and poodle skirts. Guests are entertained each evening by the serving staff, who sing and dance to the tunes of the 50s and 60s. Owned and managed by Terry Wilhelm, Scoops serves the highest quality ice cream and pastry treats. Recently, sandwiches and soup were added to the menu. Scoops is also home to Candy Bouquet, specializing in bouquets made of candy and customized gift baskets. Walking into the store is a children's wonderland with over 300 kinds of candy and chocolate lining the walls to tempt every palate. With her wide variety of talents, Terry brought her professional singing background, teaching skills, and real estate sales together to create a unique concept of quality and fun in a relaxed atmosphere. Winning the new Small Business of the Year has been a dream come true for Terry. Congratulations!
Rita Schisler's father had a dream of leaving Germany and raising his children in America and to open a business of his own someday. He died before his own business dreams came true, but his words of advice still ring true in his daughter's ears. Work as hard as you can, watch your money, and you'll be successful someday. What started out as a stop for a piece of good Amish cheese and a cold drink has turned into a favorite tourist stop. With so many goodies, Schisler's Cheese House is a haven for cheese, meat, and snack connoisseurs. The phenomenal growth of Schisler's can be attributed to the many wonderful and faithful customers, as well as loyal and hard-working employees. Schisler's has now expanded into the Akron market with the opening of a new store by Rita's son, DJ. Rita is involved in the community with Quota International, Women's Network, Wayne County Convention and Visitors Bureau, Women's Boardroom Group, Sign Station Sign Language Choir, and the Worcester, Downton, and Orrville Chambers of Commerce. Congratulations, Rita! Dick Stahl grew up in rural Wayne County and learned the trade of barbering from his father. Stahl's hair clinic was founded in 1970 and in 1992 was moved to the old B&O Railroad Depot. Over the years, Dick's career has ventured out into other arenas, including real estate, property management, and property development. A professional realtor with Real Estate Showcase, he has been a $1 million seller for many years. For over 2 decades, Dick has devoted time to the Wayne County Fair Board, serving as president for 2 years. He was one of the original founders of the Chambers Home and Garden Show, chairing it for several years. Recently, Dick took over leadership of the Worcester Fest Committee and became involved in the Field of Dreams Softball Committee. He also spearheaded the creation of Egg Day in downtown Worcester. He served on the Chamber of Commerce's Board of Directors and Executive Committee for 3 years, completing his term as Divisional Chairman of the Retail and Service Division. Stahl earned 15 letters in high school, setting records in basketball, track and field, football, and baseball. His love of sports led him to create the Wayne County All-Stars Invitational Tournament, a girls' fast-pitch softball game, raising funds for area scholarships. Congratulations, Dick!
And now I'd like to introduce Ted Bogner to bring on our next guest.
Well, I see a great big problem right here. I'll read it to you. Bob Walton is not providing script for his presentation. It will last 4 minutes. So I do feel pretty good, though, because anytime you can beat Dan Plumley to a microphone or a podium, you've had a pretty good day, I can tell you. Well, we are certain that most of you in this room have read the excellent articles, our 2 local newspapers, and the account in the program tonight about the achievements of Ralph Jones. So for me to repeat any of these accolades is really not necessary. Ralph's success is because of the we's in his life. The current Worcester Glass management team, capably led by Kathy Long and Pat Neihart, have taken on the earlier responsibilities established by Ralph and his life partner, Grace. Grace ran the business end of things at Worcester Glass for almost 3 decades, which enabled Ralph to concentrate on bidding work and overseeing the crews in the field. If you didn't know Grace, you missed one of life's special treats, for she was indeed a very special person. And I know that tonight Ralph humbly accepts this award on behalf of Grace and his wonderful dedicated team of co-workers at the Worcester Glass Company. We have all heard of bosses who were pushers. They pushed their people, and that was how they got things done. Well, Ralph Jones has never pushed anyone. Well, I take that back. He has pushed suppliers once in a while that didn't meet his exacting standards for quality and schedule. But he's never pushed a workman, he's never pushed a client. Rather, he has pulled them.